This is part 6 of how I met my mothers. In part 5, I told you that my biological mother made a choice that was within her right to make, absolutely. But the choice that she made was hurtful because it impacted one of my children. And I am a mother. Before I'm anything else, I'm a mother. Before I'm a woman, a wife, black, educated, I'm a mother. I'd cut my heart out my chest and give it to one of my children if it meant that they got to live and have an opportunity to live well. I'd run out in front of a Mack truck to save one of my children. I've spent many a sleepless night for my children. I've gone without food for my children. I would die or kill for my children. And it just so happens that I come from a family that don't play about children either. So when my biological mother's family members found out what happened, they were none too happy. And all of the sealed lips got unsealed. And I got firsthand accounts of what the start of my life was like. And then it all made sense. Not just why she said no to watching my child, just until my husband got off work and could take her to the doctor. And not just why she said that she couldn't watch her because she was watching her granddaughter, like my daughter wasn't her granddaughter. And not just why she behaved strangely for the prior 2 years, as it related to trying to build a relationship with me that she initiated. It made sense why I was so different, why I was so weird and awkward, why I never felt like I fit in anywhere, why I had such a difficult time getting along with people. And when I say getting along with people, I mean I show up in my authentic self, and all that I am irritates the demons in them. Why I state a fact and people get pissed off. Why I could look at a situation and see it clear as day, and then I could communicate it to somebody and they mad at me. Like I made the situation. I just looked at it and saw it with that spiritual eye and told you exactly what you was on. Why I have very few friends, and they're all long-term friends, because they real and they love me for real. Why I'm the person that everybody I know calls when they have an issue, when they need support, encouragement, a listening ear, a loving heart, the honest truth. See, we are all nature, nurture. We're all the product of our genetic makeup, which is nature, our individualism, which was created before we were even formed in our mother's wombs, and nurture, the things that we experience in this life, including the things that we experience in the womb. You may not remember being a newborn, but the things that you experienced as a newborn are in your spirit. And you may not recall being 1 year old. You had a birthday party, you don't remember nothing. But the love that was poured into you at that birthday party is in your spirit. You may not remember being held in your mother's arms and rocked, sung to, fed. But the love that she poured into you is in your spirit. You may not remember your first steps, but the joy on the faces of the people who loved you, who were there to see those steps, it's in your spirit. You may not remember your first words, but the glee and the excitement of those who love you, who were there to bear witness to it, is in your spirit. And when you incubate in a womb where there is no joy and there is no love, there is no glee or excitement, when you're born and the person who gave birth to you can't tell you what time you were born, how much you weighed, how long you were, or whether it was daytime or nighttime, that's in your spirit too. And when the person who gave birth to you is dissatisfied with their life choices and how their romantic relationship has worked out, and the fact that they're a single parent and their options and opportunities are limited, that's in your spirit too. When they're financially destitute and all of their resources are being spent to feed and clothe you, so they're resentful, that's in your spirit too. Mothers out there, hear me when I tell you, protect your peace and your energy when you're carrying your legacy. I don't care what anybody else is doing or not doing. I don't care if this is your first or your 15th. You are carrying precious cargo. And you need to handle yourself with care. I don't care who shows up, who walks out, who makes promises that they can't keep. Remember that your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions, not just your actions, have a direct impact on that child you're carrying. And whether you're experiencing depression or regret, you have a responsibility to get your mind right. Because what you allow to fester and grow and what you feed in your mind, you feed into that baby. Don't be surprised when you give birth to a child that's neurotic, anxious, easily startled or easily upset. A child who's fearful or withdrawn. Who grows up to be a young person who has low or suffering, struggling self-esteem. Don't be surprised when you have a daughter and she's looking for love in all the wrong places. And don't tell yourself that it's because she don't have a father or her father isn't a good father. Because you play a role in that too. Remember that what you do, what you allow, how you move, how you operate, what you say, what you think, what you feel, what you put out into the atmosphere, all of it is being absorbed by your children. And the truth of the matter is, if you don't love you and take care of you, you can't love and take care of them. And it's real easy to point fingers and place blame. Until you take a walk, a mile, in somebody else's shoes, you have no idea what they've been through or how it affected them or what tools they had to persevere through it. So, when I was done hearing the firsthand accounts of the family members who were present for my birth and infancy in the day that my father drove through a snowstorm from the state of New York to the South to pick up his daughter because her mother had told him and them that she didn't want to be a mother anymore. I understood why the previous 2 years had gone the way that it had. And I went into action. I immediately began to do the work to heal the parts of me that were broken as a result of the choices that were made 29 years before. I also went into self-assessment and self-analysis mode. What were my motives, my intentions? How did I show up? How did I invest? What boundaries did I set for myself? And how did I cross them? And when and where did I allow others to cross them? Could I look in the mirror and respect the effort that I made? And could I look in that same mirror and give the woman who was looking back at me permission to move on? And could I move on with grace and kindness? And when my work was done, I was able to embrace all of the blessings that I'd received over those 2 years. God had saved my life and gave me a whole nother baby. I'd met my sister and we could build our own relationship that had nothing to do with anybody else. I had a beautiful, intelligent, strong niece. And my children had more people added to their village. And I could thank the woman who gave birth to me for doing just that. No matter what her reasons were, giving me up was the right decision. And I could thank her for that too. A win is a win.